Hey, good afternoon, my friends and fellow hackers. I'm Braindead, and I train every day, one try hack me room, one new skill, always ethical, and by 30 I'll be a professional hacker. So today I'm doing Captcha Apocalypse, and the goal is to brute force this login page that contains a captcha, and this captcha changes every time you restart the login page. So I'm just going to show it to you guys. Now, if you notice, right at the beginning, there's a bit of an animation to make the login screen appear bigger from like a smaller window. As you can see, it's like increasing in size. So I have to take into account that animation. So the way I'm going to do this is we actually know what the username is. It is admin. And password is the first 100 words of rockyou.txt. Now, I know exactly what the password is because I've actually been stuck on this problem for since yesterday. I've been trying to solve this. So I know what the password is. And I'm not too sure what issue I'm running into yet. So we're going to take a look at my script and see what adjustments we need to make. Now, I'm sure most of this problem is that I'm still pretty amateur at Python. So it's going to take me a bit of refining my Python code to be able to get this brute force working. And if you've seen my previous episode, we were building the script from another try hacking room using elements of Selenium and Tesseract. And this was basically just taking a screenshot of the CAPTCHA and using detection technologies to just translate the picture into text. So let's take a look at my code and see what we need to fix. Okay, I have my code open in Mousepad. I'm currently trying to download a better idle or IDE solution, but we got Mousepad, which, does what I need to do. So we are first of all importing Selenium, which is the main thing we're using to manipulate the automation with the browser. So we have the WebDriver, which is really our main manipulator here. We have some stealth capabilities. We're using a random user agent every time with a good old fake user agent. Tesseract is helping me do the auto translation from the image to text. And we have some options here. These were all supplied to us from the previous room when it was helping us build a brute force script for captchas. So the IP address, we have a variable here that just helps us. That's nice and easily changeable. Let me actually find what the IP address is. It's 10 dot. Maybe I can make this. Then maybe I could do this. Alright, so my IP address is 10.201.126.199, and we know that the URL is /index.php. I could probably do a burp suite. Let me do a burp suite so I could take a look at all of the tags that we're going to be using. I'm also updating my Linux right now, or upgrading rather, so I wonder if I'll have to reboot. Hopefully that doesn't interrupt any of the operations though. Okay, I'm going to send a test username and test password with the correct CAPTCHA just so we could collect it in Burp Suite. So this is the request that we have forged. It's actually a server.php. I guess we're submitting this to the server.php. I'm going to send to repeater. Let's send this. And yeah, it's data. Is this base equals? This is base 64. I'm just gonna translate this just to see if this provides me with anything useful. I don't know if it will, but I'm going to just translate it since I see it's base 64. So why didn't this translate into English? Am I missing something? That definitely looks like base 64 with the double equal sign, but possible. I'm also sending it too. Huh. What am I sending? this is totally is gonna end up being a rabbit hole, but I'm kind of just curious what. I swear that's base 64, but. Alright, so you guys are just joining me as I fall into multiple rabbit holes. This whole episode is going to be flawed because my Python skills are just so weak that I'm going to run into just an immaculate amount of errors while trying to decipher why my code's wrong. Let's just pull back up my code, though. So, I know exactly what the password is, as I've been trying to decipher what is going wrong here. But before I knew the password, I was using a password array, and we were just appending from the rocku.txt file the next word into this array. So, and we're only doing up to 100, as stated in the virtual machine room. It says use the first 100 lines of rocku.txt. So, we're only doing the first 100 lines of rocku.txt. So I have two. I've been trying to rebuild this because I'm lost. So I'm going to show you what my original one is, then we'll go back to this new one that I'm creating here. So I have 4 pass w in password. So I am initially using chrome.get to get the login.url. Let me just show you what Chrome is. The Chrome object is, it is webdriver.chrome. So that is our main manipulator that's from Selenium. That's allowing us to automate the browser. So we're getting the login URL, which is this right here. So index.php. I just want to make sure that works. I'm going to try this real quick. If I do index.php, it should just take me right back to this page. Okay, excellent. It does. So index.php. And we're waiting 1.5 seconds so that it could complete the animation. I feel like I'm just going to do 2 seconds just to be overly precautious and make sure I'm getting the right captchas. So next, the goal is to get the captcha, right? So I am storing this into a captcha underscore image element, and we're using Chrome find element by tag name image. So if we go into the inspection here, the good old inspector, and if we drill down into the form right here, so you can see I'm actually highlighting it right now in blue. Now I have the captcha right here, and it's an image tag. And it's captcha.php, so it's just an image though, by tag name image. I guess I could have also done, no, I was just saying maybe I could did ID, but no, it's just image, the image tag. So we're getting that, then dot screenshot as PNG. Now this is actually got from the previous script, so I'm thinking this just screenshots it and saves it to a PNG. And we're just storing that into this variable captcha underscore image element. Now, with this image that we found, we're going to be doing some manipulation. Now, image equals image.open captcha underscore PNG. So, see this. Convert. I don't know what this statement means. I'm going to actually look this up real quick. This was also part of the previous script you're using in my last room. Image.open. I'm just using ChatGPT to help me figure out what is this dash L. And why does it dash L? Or not dash L, but capital L. What does this mean? Or at least the L. While ChatGPT loads that, I'm just going to explain what this does. This is just making the image twice as big, width and by height. And this was included in the previous script, image.lanxos. Oh, L stands for luminance. Luminance. Oh, it converts it to black and white. Oh, okay. So if it's a colored image, it makes it I see. Okay. So this is, I'm actually gonna make a note of that just so I know. Converts it to black and white using IO. So then we have image filter sharpen and we're increasing the contrast. And this was also an included command by the previous script. So from there, we are now using PyTesseract, and PyTesseract is turning the image into a string using this old stuff here. And it looks like we have a character whitelist of we're only using these characters. Now we are stripping it and replacing any spaces or any new lines, and we're just deleting it. And we're making everything uppercase. So we also want our Captcha text to only be limited to 5 characters. So we just set the array to be at max 5 characters because this is only 5 characters. So we don't need to. Now here's where I've been trying to figure out. As you can see, I have the password right here. Actually, I might even delete it. But now we are actually inputting the fields. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that the input fields are cleared. So username, password, and Captcha, I want them to be cleared for any attempts. So we're just calling them by name. And if we look into the inspector, now I don't need any of this stuff right now in the middle. I wish I could just see, like, how do I just minimize? Can I do this? No. This. Okay, I kind of I just pushed it to the side. So let me just show you the input fields so you know where I'm getting my data from. So if we look here, input ID equals username. So by name, username. Now I could also just probably did ID instead of name, but I think either of them work. So I'm doing that for the username field, the password field, and the Captcha field is just called Captcha input. So now we are sending keys. So username, we have a variable at the very top called username, and the username is just set to admin because I know the username. It was provided to us at the beginning of, can you guess the password of the admin user? So chrome.find elements by name, password, send keys, password, that is just the rocku, whatever is in my rocku dot text file, whatever is next in the array. And Captcha input is the name of this field, the Captcha field, and send keys Captcha underscore text, that is from right here. That is the translated version of the image, the Captcha.text, right? So then we are submitting the login button. So the login button right here. And if we just go to the login button, which is this ID login dash button. Okay. So I just set by ID login dash button. Now maybe I could have did by name too. I don't know. I think in the previous script it had me name it ID. So here's where I think I'm trying to patch some stuff up. So I kind of want to make this bigger here, just so I could get the indentation correct. So time.sleep1, so I'm waiting a second just to see the response. And if the login URL in chrome.current URL, so if it's the same URL and nothing's changed, try element errors. So we're finding the element ID box. So if we fail here, I'm going to do a failure. Let me just take off proxy. Okay. Admin password DGANV. I spelled that wrong. DG, right? We get an error box right here. Login failed. So if we go to that div all the way at the bottom, we have a class here, we have an ID error box, so we got PID error box, and it says login failed, right? So if we see login failed, if incorrect, I have incorrect here. But you know what? This is first testing for invalid captcha. So I'm going to do that and just put the wrong captcha. So we see incorrect. So I might as well just switch that to captcha incorrect. Because it would just be more captcha incorrect. Boom. Now, something to note here, though, is I'm trying to rebuild this section. So I'm going to put this back to the side. And I'm going to close out burp street because that's actually completely useless to me. And captcha is incorrect. I'm going to, you know what happens when I just run this? I'm going to comment all this stuff out here. I just want to see, because this was my, now I know I can do a multi-line comment. Let me just figure out how to do that. So it turns out there is no way for me to do a multi-line comment. I do say I could do triple quotations. And that should be good enough. So I'm going to do that instead. We're going to come back to my while method, because I kind of want to fix this one. You know what, let me see what's looking, let's look at my while method here and see what do I even have. So while gets the login page, it waits 1.5 seconds because of the animation, and I am storing the user input into the, well, I guess, yeah, right? Yeah, user input. I'm grabbing it by ID in this case. Pass, I'm getting it by ID. Captcha input, finding it by the ID. Captcha input. Element submit. Login up. And it also looks like I'm getting the CSRF token. There's no way for me to input the CSRF token, so this could be probably useless. Okay, but captcha underscore image underscore element. So we're just grabbing the image tag, right? Let me just double check here. My tag name's image here, not rather than, I wonder why I did that. Image is the correct version here. Captcha underscore PNG, screenshot as PNG. Okay, so that's just, and this is converting image to black and white. Scale factor 2.5. So I'm actually just increasing this by a nice easy scale factor here. I wonder if I could, maybe I should put that at the top. Just so it's a nice modifiable. Scale factor equals 2.5. So that way it's easy to manipulate if I wanted to. And I guess I could actually put that, let me put that somewhere else. Let me put that here just in case I want to edit it. So, okay. Converting image to black and white. Could probably bring this, we're making this bigger. We're scaling it. Scaling. Now, I don't know if I have to, I think that's fine. I don't know if I have to indent this, but I don't think I do. I think this is just how it is, because it doesn't wrap. Or well, I guess it is wrapping. Image file, so I don't even know what this means. Medium filter size equals 3, unsharp mask. Okay, then we're saving it as captcha clean.png. So then we're just translating it with PyTesseract. Input, username, and I'm just using Tinkerbell because the objective was I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the captchas correct, and if I get it correct, then I'm going to switch this over to RockU. So time.sleep, and now here I was trying to adjust for the error messages. So if login URL in Chrome current URL, Chrome error equals Chrome, that's fine, by ID error box. And what did I do here? Okay. And if login failed, else if captcha failed, I think maybe I should look for captcha failed first though. Let me look for captcha failed first. I'm going to change this to this. We'll come back to that one. So Chrome error equals captcha failed. Now, I don't know if that's what it was. If captcha dot in element errors dot text. Okay. Okay, so if it's if, I also do if statements a bit differently than what I just did. So I don't need parentheses. I wonder if that's going to throw huge errors here because I use parentheses. Okay. If Chrome error equals find, if Chrome error, let me paste what I have here. If Chrome is it invalid in elements.text, boom. We're going to, if it's invalid, the captcha is incorrect. So we want to retry the captcha. So I'm going to just type retry captcha here. And we're going to come back to that. And else if it says failed, that means the login failed in errors.text. Different password, right? And then else you made it. Okay, because then we probably got it working if it didn't throw any error messages. So I'm gonna actually uncomment this now. And maybe I'll comment out that part at the end. Let's do that. So, boop. There we go. Let's go to the bottom. Then I have a Chrome cleanup at the very end of this, which just quits the application gracefully. So, I'm gonna do this. Just to make my else statement easy. Great. And make sure the indentation's good. Log is success with, I'm not doing a for statement though, so we'll come back to that. We'll just do, we're gonna just, I'm just gonna set this as Tinkerbell right now. Oh, I guess I could just do it with there. Captcha text. Then we'll change this to reflect my word list. I just want to make sure my captcha text is working. So captcha text, that's the correct variable. So if invalid, right, I want to retry the captcha. How do I get to retry the captcha? I'm trying to think, how can I get this whole thing to re-execute? Like, should I make this a function? Alright, I got DeepSeek up. So, I'm having it... look at that. Okay, so it's telling me to make it as a function. That makes total sense to me. Like, that's what I actually thought, is maybe I should turn this into a function. So, let's do that instead. Let's do that. Oh my god, this guy's actually going crazy here. This guy's going nuts. Oh my god. But this is exactly what I thought, though. Is that I needed to make functions out of this. This is not correct. So, let me make some functions. So, we got the width. So, we're going to make a solve captcha function. And obviously this is meant to solve. So, we're going to just add my things back here. Chrome find element by tag. Now, I should totally just copy and paste. But I'm still going to keep typing. Great. Now we just want to do image equals image.open io.bytes io. We're calling out to the Captcha PNG, convert to luminance, converting image to black and white. Image equals image.resize int image. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. This is silly for me to do. This is silly. It's just too much to type. So I'm gonna copy this. What? Captcha save. Right. Okay, good. And under here, let's do that. And we gotta just, you know what? It has it right here for me. I'm just gonna copy and paste that. Okay, did I get that? I think that's just wrapped. Okay, good. Return Captcha text. Duh, dude. That makes total sense. Okay, and then he's calling a function for the login page. So, okay. Whoops. Define attempt login, which that totally makes way more sense. Password, Captcha text. So, with all these three parameters filled in, we are going to, this is literally my script right here. This is nothing even changed. And he's using a for loop for current password and password. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now I think this might be a little too far. Let me make sure that's indented. Are these indented properly? Because that's a pretty big problem if it's not indented properly. What the hell? What the hell is this? What is this indentation? Okay. I don't know what was up with this indentation, but let me just fix the indentation. Okay. Let me make sure that didn't mess up anywhere else. I don't think it did, but that'd be a problem. Anywhere else? Okay. So we got our next function here, which is define login. So, okay. So he's using a while loop for current password and password, but what? Oh. Okay, so I just have pass W, obviously. So I might get rid of my while loop then. I'm really just about to do this. Just comment that shit out. Alright, so time.sleep 1. So now here is the main section. So we're just do a pass. I guess current password makes more sense though, right? It's definitely more readable. I don't really care for max captcha retries. Login successful. Like, I would rather just do as many captions as needed. Equals, oh, false. While not login successful, chrome.get login URL time.sleep. We're just waiting 1.7, waiting 1.6. We're gonna solve my captcha here. Captcha text equals solve captcha. Look at that, that's way cleaner. Attempt login with the information we have. Now, okay, that's just the function we have. That's just the function. Username. I'm just gonna put Tinkerbell here. And we'll make the adjustments as necessary once we make sure this works. If login URL in chrome.current URL. Now we have a try open. lm errors equals chrome.find element by ID. And we're looking for error box. And we're going to set error text equals lm errors.text. Makes sense. then if invalid is in the error text, we have an invalid captcha. Retry captcha. And this, I don't really care about. We could just do this. Where am I at here? Let's do this. We could end that and close the parentheses. Retry with the same password, but new captcha. Continue. Continue. Interesting. That's an LF failed in error text. Okay. Print failed. Nice. Break. So this is the captcha retry loop. Oh, is that what the try is for? No, I don't know. No, while. Okay. Whatever. Break out of captcha retry loop. Move to the next password. So now we have an else. Other. Yeah, yeah, if somehow something else crazy happens, so that'd be weird. Other error. I don't think anything else is gonna happen though. But you know, he's obviously error checking for it. Okay, now we're gonna make an else statement again. This time, what the hell is this? Come on. I don't know how many tabs this is. 1, 2. All right. I think it was just 2. Okay, so we're gonna assume the login is successful, and it's doing this cool little stuff. Boom. Does that look okay? Nope. Whoa. Okay, great. And then I'm just gonna erase that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So now if login was successful, if login successful, actually wanted to tell me the flag. Let me see. I think I have it in here. Let me look at Selenium. I wanted to what the fuck? No. Oh, I can't copy over. I'm having problems with my dashboard. If login is successful. P flag equals flag element. I mean, I guess I could just put this in. I don't need to do anything else. Captcha text and what the hell am I doing right now? Let me do this. Okay. And is this my... Looks a little weird right now. I wish I had an IDE. I could look at this so much cleaner. Like, this looks so straight. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Solve Captcha. Okay, now let's make an if I guess maybe I should do the if here. If login success if login successful, do I have to, I don't think I have to define that as equals true. I think I have to do if I want it to Chrome dot whoops find element by tag name p. Maybe I could just okay, I was thinking I could just put this at the end of that else, but maybe this is smarter and more neater and organized to do it like this. What is flag? Oh, I'm just assigning the variable to flag element. Flag element, because that's the flag. Flag equals flag element dot text dot strip. Okay, and then we're just printing the variable plus flag I think that should be it. So I'm gonna save this, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a million errors because there's no chance this is working right out the box here. Python 3, let's hit the rock you. I think I need to actually okay, unmatched. Knew I messed up somewhere, so let's go back there to rock you. I need to restart my terminal at some point here. I have a lot of strange errors being thrown. Okay, let's see. It was where lang causes. Okay, where did I mess up? Image, height, scale factor. I'm just gonna do this. Can you? Oh, I can't even. I need to use this. Can you fix the parentheses error here? Here's the fixed one. Okay, great. Alright, alright. Oh my god, it's going crazy. It's going nuts. Man, DeepSeek's actually way faster than ChatGPT, but I think ChatGPT is just more accessible for me. So let's try that. And let's run that code. Here? Okay, let's run that code. Python 3, rock you. Oh, that actually worked. Expected an indented block after the if statement on line 106. Oh. Do I? Oh, I gotta open up DeepSeek. I don't know, I'm looking at chat. I have 2 AI bots on right now, like. What the hell is happening? Yeah, I need to restart my box. Where am I looking at here? 106. And I just want to see if continue was on the same line. Yeah, it was. Okay. Boop. Okay, let's see what the next error is. If so accept or find. Oh, because I have a try. Duh. Let me see what the hell I messed up here. Accept. I messed the accept. Okay, accept was after the else statement. So let me put in accept. Boom. Is this where I want the accept? I think it is, but I'm not too sure. Is that where I want it? Accept, 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 accept. Oh no, it's... Oh, it should be on the same line as try. Which is kind of weird. Because... Oh, if is on the same line as my... Yeah, this should be here. Here, here, here. And then this should be there. I think that's probably what was happening. Exception E. I'm just going to put this on my left screen just so I could... I can't put it on my left screen. Because that's I need to fix my VM bit. Anyway, though, exception as E. Exception as E. I think that was a colon at the end. Print. We're just gonna copy these. Boom. And boom. You know what? Let me do it the better way here. Boom. Okay. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, I didn't want to close the mouse pad. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll get lucky. I didn't get lucky. Printf failed login with. Okay. Mouse pad. Rock you. Mouse pad. Rock you. Captcha automation. .py. Alright, he said line 109 has duh. Okay. Else. Boom. Boom. Else. Did I miss anything else? Let's see what happens. Oh, nope. I don't need to do that. This one. Python. Python. Inconsistent line 115. Why is this inconsistent? I see why. What the hell? Come on. Break. Is this one good? Nope. Still a bunch of weird spaces on it. Okay. Whatever. Maybe that's good. I wish I had a better IDE. Jeez. Okay, bear with me one moment. I'm gonna actually restart my Linux box here real quick. Okay, I just opened this up in Nano just to see if I can identify my bad indentation. And I have no idea. No idea in the slightest. I'm gonna just quickly get rid of all this stuff. Make my script a little simpler. Get rid of all this fluff now. All this junk. Okay, great. What the hell am I supposed to do here, though? Okay, I'm gonna save this. Let me just run it again, see what I get. Inconsistent use of tabs and spaces in my break. So line 115, let's go with a break. I wonder if Nano shows line numbers. But there's only... I don't understand. What the... Okay. I wonder if that's good. Python? Repeated rent. What? repeated renderer. Why would that? It is repeated. Why the hell did I do that? Okay. Python from Selenium. Oh, I know exactly what that is. That's let me open up Obsidian. Python 3 and then okay, let me just see. I think I have to do one more thing. I have to do the activate part, which is crazy that I didn't have the activate part. Where is it? So I'm looking for oh, okay. So it's just source.then-bin activate. And then I'm gonna put this in my notes so I could stop forgetting that line. Okay, great. And then source.then-bin activate. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Did I get an error again? Truthfully, I don't even know if the room's open. Let me go back to the room. Oh, you know what? I don't have the room. I don't even have the VPN on. I don't have the VPN on. That's great. Let me turn the VPN on. All right. Okay, so let me. Did you mean tag name? I did mean tag name. Okay, so mouse pad. Rock you, and that's on line 58. 58. I don't know why I didn't capitalize that. Name. Oh, save. Boom. And we can just make a new Python 3, rock you. I'm gonna put that here. Let's see, what's the next error we got? No module name Selenium. That's I'm gonna open mousepad with this. Okay. Okay, close that. This. Let me Python 3 again, since I have the Venva thing open. I'm gonna call. So, is not defined. Did you mean login successful? So, I did. Why is... I spelled successful wrong. Like, I knew there was going to be a bunch of mistakes here. It never goes extremely fluid for me. As I start coding more, obviously this is like the beginnings of what's going to be a phenomenal script, and hopefully I can keep upgrading this script. So, error text is not defined. I spelled it wrong. So, let me fix that. Error box. Do I have anything else here? Let me do this. Oh, I have an unknown error. Let me make sure the URL is right, because if the URL is not right, it's not going to work. Ten dot 201 126.199. While not login successful, I'm gonna give it a second before it starts up. I'm gonna make sure I can ping this. You know, let me just. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Python. I'm gonna give it a second here before. Okay, so I just realized, so there's an if statement here with LM errors. Now, the very initial page has no error messages. So, I kind of... don't know what to do. Okay, let me go back to DeepSeek. Let's see what good old DeepSeek's got in store for me. Each to modify log to handle case. I have this accept. Where's mousepad? Let me pull this to the side here and pull DeepSeek to the right. And let's take a look again at this. If login URL in Chrome, try LM. I'm using for the error box. It's saving the text to this text. I don't know how much this really matters, but whatever. If invalid Captcha, retry. Okay, it's just telling me it's retrying. Whatever. If failed, get lower function. Print fail login blah 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 and caption no. Break else. Print unknown accept. And it got rid of whatever this is. Print login failed. And this is gonna be indented wrong. One more, okay. Boop 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 boop. Bing 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 bing. That should be fine. Else, private login. We're no longer on the login page. So with that, is that all it is? I just have to fix that part right there. Okay, let me try that again then. Let's see if we get the error. I'm still getting the error though. So I'm gonna try to go to this web page fresh and just see if anything is in the error ID box. I don't think it even shows. I think maybe that's what's happening. Is it's not even showing me an error box. It's trying to pull nothing. Oh, well, you know what? There is an error box. Oh, but it's nothing. Okay. Alright, ChatGPT, or not ChatGPT, sorry, DeepSeek's giving me some suggestions here. Where'd it go? I just saw it. If not, error.texture strip. If error box exists but has no text, it's a fresh page. So I'm gonna try that. So LM under right here. If not error text.strip, print. We're gonna treat this as, you know, this. And continue. And then this turns into an L if invalid in error text. Continue, LF failed, else, we got something else, except. Okay, so we made a condition now for it. Oh, and if there's an except, no error box found, this could be a fresh page or a different error. With pass reading has failed login. Okay, we're gonna. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I'm getting further or farther away, to be honest. So, I'm trying the Captcha, but it keeps thinking it's a fresh page because there's no error message. Is it not finding the error message now? Is what I'm thinking. See, the part that's really confusing to me is the Captcha must be incorrect because the username and password are correct at the moment. In fact, like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try username, password, Captcha text, and this should be admin Tinkerbell Captcha. So I think it's somehow not seeing the error message, and let's see. Let's take a look again. Okay, what the hell's happening here? Okay. Well, we gotta fix that. Okay, but that's simple. So that's just rock you that's in there. For current password in passwords. I'm gonna do this just to. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Python. Like, if I could just get the flag back, that'd be better. It's still not doing what I wanted to do, though. Nano. Go ahead, mousepad still open. Mousepad, rock you. All I need to do right this second is just. We're gonna do password. But I'm gonna set password each time before it does it. Attempt login. Oh, you know what the password equals? Tinkerbell. Just so I could override this and we'll set as password and save that. And then I just, god damn it. Let's do this. Python. Come on. Admin Tinkerbell Q4P3T. Like, oh my god. What is not. I just don't know how to tell if it's just getting invalid Captcha. Or if it's just not going to the next page. Well, I'm going to be continuing to work on this. I wasn't able to solve it again today, but hopefully I'm getting somewhat closer. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. If any of you guys are good at Python, Maybe you could enlighten me and just tell me what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's something so unbelievably simple, but I don't know. It looks like it's guessing the captures. Like that seems so. And I'm stuck on fresh page here, but I mean maybe that's just normal. Um, just because it doesn't see an error message. But if it's not seeing an error message, let me mouse pad rock you. If invalid. Now, can I get this to print the text? You know what? I wonder if I could get this to print error text. I wonder if I could get it to tell me what the error message is. Because if it, oh my god, I keep doing the same thing. Okay. Because if this is like invalid captcha or something, maybe I'm just treating. I don't know what's going on. Like, how do I get it to... Now if it told me the HTML of the page, like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Mousepad, rock you. Let me look at it again. If login successful... So it's getting stuck here. Fresh page, treating as invalid, because there's no error text. And Chrome.find element by ID error box. Now, is this called error box? Let me just make sure that's... Because let me show you what happens when you enter an invalid captcha. Yes. Admin Tinkerbell. Yes. It says captcha incorrect. So error box. ID error box. Wait. Nope, that's definitely it. It's definitely error box. Right? Yeah, because it's a P tag. That's a P tag with captcha incorrect. Maybe I look for P? No, that'd be stupid. ID error dash box. Where is it? I'm looking at my code. So by ID dot text. I mean, that makes sense. So I'm doing I don't know if maybe it's not pulling the information correct. This will correctly print from Selenium WebDriver by. Okay, well I have by. I'm using find element. Did I use find element? Well, I just typed it wrong on his thing. Find element by ID. Error box. Error text. I'm literally gonna print this now because this has me so confused. We can leave that. Python. I don't understand. Why is it doing as a fresh page every time? Now, am I clearing the Captcha every time? I'm definitely clearing the Captcha. This is so strange. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. My name is Braindead. I train every day. One try hack guru, one new skill, always ethical. By 30, I'll be a professional hacker. We weren't able to solve this today. However, I did complete my streak for today, earlier today. I didn't record it, but I'm still working on it. I really want to get this script working, so I think maybe in my next episode, I'll be trying to decipher this. Well, thanks, guys. Bye.